What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of TopiCast. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Pressure, alongside Dry the Messiah. Back again.
Yeah, boy. Mr. Fire Chat himself.
And we are doing another fireside chat tonight because Joe's being a little bitch.
I think there's probably a big DBZ tournament or something going on this afternoon. So
probably. So everybody hit him up on Twitter at DJBeta86 or whatever it is and say, "Don't be a bitch," and get on the podcast.
Or go downvote his latest.
Yeah, go downvote his YouTube.
Upvote of YouTube, yeah.
Unsubscribe. Hit that unsubscribe button.
Everybody hit the unsubscribe, unhit the bell, make sure you don't get any notifications.
Teach him a lesson. So if y'all didn't know, if you're just joining us for the first time, this is TopiCast. We normally bring random topics for discussion and just see where the rabbit trail takes us, but fireside chats are a little different, so just thanks for listening and stick around, because who knows where we're gonna go. That being said, happy 4th of July. Time you're hearing this, it's already over. When we escaped from England. Man, speaking of England, man, there's so many people. Some guy was telling me, dude, he was being dead serious. He's like, man, my neighbors the other day, or they were talking about the 4th, and he was like, yeah, that's when we got independence from Germany. I was like, what?
When were we ever a part of Germany?
Well, I don't know. They're just dumb. I guess they thought World War II is when, you know. And then
Germany ruled the world during World War II.
And then he said one person said France, and I was like, France? They haven't owned anything.
The problem is that there's probably a lot more of those people out in the wild than we realize.
Oh, Well, it's just like the thing, you know, people that take like the citizenship test, like they know more about the government and the country than some citizens do, you know?
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you let idiots cheat off you in high school during the easiest classes.
But you should still know basics. You know what's crazy is there's still people out there that, well, maybe not this presidency, but there's a lot of presidencies where people don't even know who the president is or the vice president. It's crazy.
Yeah, people just caught up in their own lives, man. Just don't figure it's that important to them, I guess.
That's what we like to call sheep.
Yeah.
Just do whatever Facebook tells you.
And those are the people that will complain the loudest whenever something gets taken away or something happens.
They never vote or anything. Or why is this happening? Anyways, what have you been up to this past week?
It was my dad's birthday, so we went and saw Sicario 2. I saw that in Hereditary. I think Sicario 2 was. It's okay. So it was weird.
Did you see the first one?
Yes. So the first one was good. It's a different writer on the second one, obviously. So it's kind of has a little bit of the same feel, but like the first Sicario, like you didn't know who that Alejandro guy was. Like the lawyers who the cartels killed his family, so he's like trying to get revenge. Like, so I felt like that mysteriousness like kind of was something that they held up in the movie in the first one a lot. The second one, like it was pretty good, but it was like they lost their way towards the end of the movie and they didn't know how to end it. So like all of a sudden, like you're watching the movie and then it just like it hits the brakes and then it just says 1 year later. You're like, what the fuck? I wanted to know, like, how did that end? Like, I wanted to know how that story wrapped up. And then they just go to, like, this end part of the movie. But it was all right. Definitely wasn't as good as the first one, but it was all right. And Hereditary, like, I didn't think it was that scary. Like, the ending,
I've heard people have been freaking out about that movie. They're saying it's awful.
Like it's as in, like, an awful movie?
No, it's just, like, messed up.
It's got a couple of things that are messed up, but like honestly, there's been movies that I've seen in the past that are definitely have like more crazy stuff than.
So I'll go ahead and say spoiler alert because I want you to tell me about the movie because I don't really plan on seeing it because I don't really care. So
okay.
So spoiler alert for Hereditary.
So it's based off kind of like a like this lady's mom dies. It kind of sets it up at the beginning where it's just like this lady's mom dies. She's at the funeral for her mom, and she's like, I don't know a lot of the people here, like, which is really weird because my mom was real private. Like she kept to herself, so it's weird seeing a lot of people here that knew her, that wanted to come. So that kind of like sets up like some stuff for later on in the movie, but it ends up being like her daughter dies this crazy death. Like if you could go on YouTube later when the movie comes out and just see the dead scene, she's like she like eats. So they're making this cake. Like his mom makes her son bring her little daughter to a high school like weed smoking, drug doing like big party. And he's like, as long as you don't drink, you need to take your sister. And I'm like, why would you take a like 10-year-old to a party like this? Anyways, she's got an allergic reaction to nuts, and like a big foreshadowing at this party is there's literally like a king size plate full of just nuts that people are just chopping. So you're like, okay, well, she's gonna eat something that these people are, because who would be at a party just chopping nuts?
Who does that at a party?
Yeah, exactly. It was like, okay, well, she's about to eat some nuts. Like you already knew it was gonna happen. So she does that while the guy's like getting baked with the girl that he likes in the back.
She's getting banged or baked.
Yeah, and so like she comes, she's like, I can't breathe. So he ends up taking her, and they're like going through the night, like trying to get to a hospital, and she's like having a hard time breathing. She sticks her head out the window to like breathe more, I guess, so like the air can hit her and like get her in the face and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, like a dead deer's in the middle of the road, and he swerves, and her. Like, you know, that story that they always tell you, like when you're going into a bus, like don't stick your head out the window or you're going to get your head chopped off or whatever. Like That's what happens. She hits the fucking light pole and her head just gets blown off. And so like, that's how she dies. And then from then on, it's like, basically like the mom has had like a crazy life, so like she's into depression and all that kind of stuff, and then basically it's from then on it's kind of like a demonic like possession type movie where it's
Who's
like
possessed the mom?
They call in the girl, like her spirit, into the house, but apparently like her spirit was a demon that her grandmother and her cult like raised up. And it was going to take over the son's host body after he had became vulnerable enough after all this happened, basically. So like towards it, you don't really get too much into that until like towards the end of the movie. So like it's kind of a slow build, but the ending, I've definitely seen crazier endings in other.
So what was like
scary
the
movies.
Really like graphic stuff about the movie? That's all I've been hearing.
So that girl's head getting hit off was like pretty crazy. Like that was an intense part because later on they show it like during the day of her head just like laying there and ants like being all over her head and crap like that. Like there's one part where the guy, like they got the grandmother's dead body and put it up in the attic. And like the guy goes up there and he sees it, and the mom's like chasing him because she's been possessed as well, I guess, by this cult. And she's just like up on the roof, like a magnet type deal. And she's just literally like banging her head up on the roof to like try and open it up. And it's like rapid. So that was kind of like the freakiest looking thing that I saw like in the whole movie. But then after that, you just see like a whole bunch of like old naked people just like standing around like in the dark. Yeah, it's literally like old naked people just standing around, just like looking like at him because he's supposed to be the guy that the devil demon takes over.
Did you go see that one by yourself?
Yeah.
Saw that one by yourself?
And it was pretty cool too because
your dad for his birthday to see that one?
No. But I went to that one in like the movie theater, like screen was messed up, so they were like, hey, they're gonna try and work on the screen, so we'll give you guys passes if you want to come back and go see another movie. So like she gave me a guest pass and she's like, if you guys want to leave, go see another movie, do that. And I was like, I don't have anything to go home to. And I came here just to see this movie and it's like 9:00. If I go home, I'm just going to go to bed. So I was like, I'll just wait it out. I don't even care if I have to sit like 10 minutes into the movie until they fix it. So like, as soon as the movie started, they fixed it. And like the majority of the theater left. And I was like, okay, well, this is going to be nice. Cause like everybody left and it was a bunch of people who you already knew were gonna. who were going to talk in the movie the whole time.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, that's a little better. Yeah, because it thinned that crowd out a little bit. But then, like 15, 20 minutes into the movie, those people came back in, and I was like, come on, man, you could have just gone home. Don't come back. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. The worst part about the movie is there was a douchebag in front of me who kept pulling out his phone and literally it was just lighting up. And like, honestly, like with some movies I don't care that much about, but like with a scary movie, I feel like you kind of have to get into that atmosphere of like, okay, nothing's around
dark.
you. Yeah. And like, so I just kind of had to like sit a certain way so that way I didn't see a screen every 5 minutes. So.
Was he not even trying to hide it? He just like pulled it out and.
Yeah, it's literally just like, oh, okay, I got a text. Let me pull out my phone. Let me just have it right here.
Put it up here.
Yeah, it's just, I just don't understand people like that. Like, you're going to a movie, you're gonna pay money for it, and then you're just gonna sit there and text during the whole movie. Yeah. Like, it's just a waste of money, pretty much. So
they don't care, especially if they have Movie Pass.
Yeah. But yeah, that's definitely a movie that I don't know if I'd pay to go see. It's definitely worth a Movie Pass though. Like, just because I haven't really seen a good scary movie in a while. Like, I don't know.
Quiet? Is it Quiet Place? Did you see that?
I wanted to see that one. What the heck? My screen just went black. I wanted to see that one. If it's out for download, I may end up.
It is. I think it's out for download now.
I may end up seeing that like in the next couple of days, just because I heard that was really good, and it doesn't have John Krasinski in it from The Office.
He wrote it and directed it.
Okay, yeah, I heard a lot of good things about it. It's just one of those deals where the girl I was dating at the time didn't like going to movies pretty much, especially didn't like going to scary movies. So towards the end there, like if I wanted to go see a movie, like I basically had to go by myself. She literally said one time, she was like, "Hey, if you want to go see a movie, just go by yourself." And I was like, okay. Like, she's like, that's what my dad does. I was like, okay, well, that's fine with me. I guess I'll just go see movies by myself.
To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I get to sometimes I'll stretch my legs out on the other seat sometimes.
Yeah.
Like
you don't have to worry about getting 2 seats or 3 seats. You know, if you go with people, you just find one seat. And
it was pretty nice this one time because like me and this lesbian girl, like we weren't together, but like obviously. We were like somewhat like in this general vicinity of the area, and like she sat down like a seat in between me, so I was like, oh, this is perfect. Like she's probably doing the same thing I do, so we get like a buffer seat. So it actually worked out pretty nice. So, but I had no idea who she was. So,
yeah, my only problem with Quiet Place, man, I don't know. I bet it's one of those like you have to see in the theater type things, just because it's super quiet and it gets really loud when certain things happen. But
I've been noticing there's a lot of movies that are like that. Like the audio is very like they don't balance the audio out enough. It's like it's either gonna blow your ears out or it's very, very quiet. Well, I know, but like I'm talking about like even like modern day movies. Like I was telling when we were talking about Pacific Rim earlier. Like I'm pretty sure I think the guy that's the main actor's the dude from Star Wars.
John Boyega.
Yeah, and like when he's talking like in this English accent, but I'm pretty sure he is English. Like it's very hard to like kind of understand some words just because like the way that they got it so loud. And then like you can fall asleep at one point, and then you get woken up, and you're like, oh my gosh, why is this movie so loud? Like it was never this loud when I was watching it earlier. So I don't know. Just some movies are like that. I don't know why. Jurassic Park was kind of like that too. I think the most recent one.
Yeah, there was some quiet parts in there, and then it gets like really loud. I don't know. It's like they try to doing it for IMAX or something. It's something with the audio settings that they're doing. I guess there's got to be a reason, but I know Quiet Place, they even went in, they took out even all the like white noise. Like it's completely silent. Like it's completely dead. And I know people were saying when they were watching in theaters, like, there's like this beginning scene or whatever where it's completely dead quiet and you can hear people like eat popcorn, but people don't want to eat anything because it's so quiet. So
yeah, you get like nervous just about eating something. You're like, I don't know what to do.
The movie like tricks people into staying quiet, and then stuff happens. And
I don't know if this is just something that I picked up from my old girlfriend's grandpa. Like he used to watch all his movies with the subtitles on. Mm-hmm. So like after I've like started watching movies with him and doing that, like I feel like every movie now I watch with subtitles on, just because like half the time like I feel like I can't understand what they're saying or what's going on, and my hearing is not messed up at all. Like I don't really go to concerts. Like I don't stand in front of speakers. I don't listen to music on loud. I think it's just sometimes it's just like that. So yeah, I guess.
But yeah, I don't. Sometimes subtitles is nice, especially for movies. Yeah, there's some movies where you're like, what did he say? And it's good to like, oh, that's what he said. Or
yeah.
But when I see subtitles, like I just start reading the whole time. I'm not even really watching the movie. I'm just reading. So.
Yeah, and I think that's all. Another thing that's done that to me, and I'm so used to it, is probably from watching anime dubbed, because I don't really watch, or subbed. I don't really watch it dubbed too much anymore. So I'm used to watching like Japanese, like having like going up and down, watching the action, like seeing what they're saying, going back and forth.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I use subtitles a lot for video games. Just
I feel like it's almost necessary for video games sometimes, just because they're talking, like, especially like Gears of War, like you're in the middle of like an emergence, like crap going down, and they're trying to talk to each other, and you're like, I can't hear what they're saying. Everything's going down right now.
Stop talking. I'm trying to shoot. I use it a lot for like RPGs and stuff. I'm not really watching the character animations. I'm following the story. That's what I care about. So.
Skyrim, you gotta watch the character animation because that's where all the funny glitches happen in Skyrim and there's stuff like that.
That's what I was gonna say about Mass Effect Andromeda. Like a lot of people had problems with that game because it was glitchy or the animations didn't look very good. But I didn't have any problem because I wasn't even looking at it. I was reading the subtitles.
Sometimes I like that in games though. Like to me, that like brings like a comedic effect because you're just like, what the heck is going on? This guy's sitting above me in midair on nothing.
Eyeballs floating. Those are some crazy glitches when that happens, but
yeah.
So was Pacific Rim good, or I heard you say that?
So it wasn't as good as the first one.
Did you like the first one?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. I think this one wasn't as good as because they didn't have as much of the kaijus, like the monsters.
Kind of feeling that was probably gonna happen.
It was more like I can't remember what they call them, but it was more Titan on Titan.
It was a montage video.
Yeah, well, like they were like people were like would take over the Titans and like they would fight against each other basically. So it was kind of more robot versus robot instead of like monster versus robot. And I think I probably really enjoyed that whole aspect of like, oh, it's a category 5, aka they had like 8 of those monsters just come out of the ground and just start screwing stuff up too. So yeah, I
like monster movies, but yeah, I had a feeling the new one wasn't going to be as good, so I never went and saw it. But
I did see a preview on the new Predator movie, and that looked like it was going to be pretty dope. I don't know if you saw that on any of the movies that you've been to recently.
Have you seen the Red Band trailer for it though?
I haven't really seen any Alien versus Predator movies at all. I may have seen like one.
Well, there's a Red Band trailer for the new Predator movie that you're talking about, where supposedly there's this super predator in it, and he kills one of the predators, and
yeah, that's what it shows. It's like there's the main predator, and I think that's what they're saying. Like they were saying that like a new or that's what it appeared to be, as like a new one was coming in from somewhere else and was gonna just try and F shit up basically. So
yeah, that's what. It looks interesting. I mean, I think it's more like a reimagining, not like a sequel or anything. So we'll see. I mean, I'm a Predator and Alien fan, so I'm gonna see it regardless.
What that'll probably do, since I've been going to a decent amount of movies here lately, is it'll probably get me into watching those. I'll probably try and go back and watch those other ones before I go see this one. That way I can know a little bit about kind of what's going on.
Want to borrow them if you don't want to rent them or whatever.
Standard definition Blu-ray.
No, Blu-ray, bro.
Okay.
I have all the Aliens and all the Predators.
You got them VHSs.
Probably somewhere, not here, but. Let's see. You play anything recently, or?
I tried out the Cuisine Royale. That's pretty fun. Have you not heard of that?
Cuisine?
Yeah, Cuisine Royale. It's basically, so it's like a battle royale game, but there's only like 30 people in it tops.
So it's not a battle royale game?
Yeah, well, I mean, it could be. I mean, it depends on what you view as a battle royale, but
True.
30 people tops, like they just put you in a spot, like you don't like drop in or anything like that. I think it's a game that means...
What is it, third-person shooter? Or?
Yeah, third-person shooter. Like instead of armor, you pick up like pots and pans and stuff like that. So you can have like a spaghetti strainer as like a level 2 helmet, and you have you have a butt plate, which is like a waffle maker or like a waffle iron. Like that's your butt armor. Like if you look it up, you'll just see it's. I mean, that's the whole point. It's like a meme version of the battle royale, but it's so smooth that people almost play it in more because it's smoother than PUBG and all that kind of stuff.
It's only 30 people, so yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But
is it still only one map, or is there multiple maps? Because they're smaller.
Pretty sure it's only one map. I haven't. I probably played it like one night the other day.
Is it a free to play game?
Yeah, at least I got it free to play. I know they were saying it was pay for a little bit, and then they were doing a free to play type deal. But is
Steam sale still going on?
I don't know. I haven't had the money for anything, so I've been trying to avoid
it.
Yeah, anything because I really wanted to get a Switch so I could play some of those games. I've been seeing a bunch of Mario Tennis stuff, and I'm like, oh, I want to play Mario Tennis.
They're on sale up where I work, so they're like $249 right now.
Yeah, $249 minus 0 still equals $249.
Yeah, I was gonna get Mario Tennis the other day, and I just decided not to. Man, I don't know. I heard the campaign was trash.
I mean, I'd play the campaign just to mess around in between the multiplayer stuff because I feel like it. Because I've watched. I don't know if you watch Video Game Donkey at all. It's on YouTube, but. He was just messing around with people online, and it was making me laugh, like the different stuff he was doing and how crappy some of these people were that you play. So
yeah, I don't know. I'd play online a little bit, but I think it'd be one of those games to be fun to play like against people. Like I did that definitely. Mario Kart tournament at my house. It'd be a cool tennis one, but.
Man, yeah, you don't even want to talk about that tournament. I put everybody to school on that tournament.
No, you didn't. Cheating ass Metal Mario.
What do you mean? It's not my fault. All I did was a simple search, and I said, "What's the best character combination with the whatever it is?"
So you cheated. You just admitted it.
Yeah, it's not cheating if all it takes is a Google search.
Oh my god!
Because anybody could have done that before. Well, it didn't come out. It had been out for like a day or two.
A day or two. Cheating ass. Anyways.
Oh yeah, and I tried that Pokeblocks as well because I've been
PokeQuest or whatever, Pokemon Quest.
Yeah, like I was looking for just a new phone game to play because I've been doing a lot of stuff more with school. So like I was like, you know what, let me just find something to play while I'm waiting like my 10 minutes in between classes or something like that. So I downloaded that, and honestly, it's nothing special. I don't know.
It's a free to play game. It plays itself. Yeah,
I was just about to say that. Like, you don't even have to play. Like, you just put auto and it just goes. So like, it's all right, but I honestly I wouldn't put that much time into it, to be honest.
When they first announced, they announced it in that Nintendo Direct, the one before E3, the Pokemon one. They say it's out now on Nintendo Switch. That was before they released it on mobile. So I downloaded it, I tried it out. I was like, bleh. No. I mean, I knew it was going to be something stupid like that, but I was like, I'll try it out. It's free. Why not? But
yeah, and I mean, it is free. But it's just disappointing seeing that. Like after I mean, and I don't know how long it'll be until they actually go full throttle with the Switch game for Pokemon, but seeing them put that out and then put this other game out that's probably going to kind of be half-assed a little bit. It's just I don't know.
This next one is a hybrid between Pokemon Go, the mobile game, and I guess the actual game. Pokemon Red and Blue.
Okay.
Or Pokemon Yellow. I mean, I don't know. Like, you don't battle the people, you just, I don't know.
Oh, the new one that's coming out? Yeah, it was just, it looked like it was mostly about catching stuff.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's, to me, like, you did that with Pokemon Go.
Pokemon is basically, like, baby's first RPG. Mm-hmm. Well, this new Pokemon game coming out on Switch is, like, baby's first RPG. So
If my baby had a baby, that would be their RPG.
it's like their first Pokemon RPG. So I don't know.
Baby's first MMORPG, since they can play with more people. We can play with another person now. Yeah.
So,
it's an MMO, Mom.
I don't know. I mean, it's smart for Nintendo to capitalize. They're gonna sell a lot of units for it, so and a lot of consoles. Especially if they can convert some Pokemon Go players over, because you can transfer your stuff. But we'll see. I think it's kind of shitty that they're the only way you can get Mew is you have to buy that Pokeball controller. That's the only way to get him.
I bet it's only gonna be like what, $15-$20 though. You think?
The controller? I think it's 30. But anyway,
well, it's probably what's gonna happen is what happened to you when we went to the release. Like, it's gonna be like the first 5 people get it, and then everybody in line's like, "Where are they?" It's like, "Oh, we're sold out. We only ordered 5." It's like, why the heck would you order 5? Why don't you have someone back order? It's like, oh, it's Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo allocates it, but.
It's so stupid, dude. It's like the amiibos. It's like, oh yeah, they're more collectible items instead of actually being like used for stuff, just because they made them that way. Like, if they would have put them out more, like, I feel like more people would have bought them. They probably would be used more, like in game. But now it's just like, no, we're actually going to value them more as collectibles.
Bought up the whole market, so it's actually pretty smart by Nintendo, because there's none on the shelf because they can't keep up, and I don't know. The Nintendo NES Classic just came back out on store shelves, so
yeah,
a year later.
Still waiting for that N64 or Dreamcast. It's Nintendo Dream? They did Dreamcast, didn't they?
No, that's Sega.
Oh, that's Sega. That's what I want to see. I want to see a Dreamcast. Well, I never played Dreamcast. I had a friend that had it, and I only played like a couple games.
Not many people did. That's why it only lasted 6 months or whatever it was. I think it came out and was disappeared in like 9 months.
Yeah, I saw an Achievement Hunter video the other day on YouTube where they were playing I guess they had bought one just for the nostalgia aspect, and they were playing the Sonic game, I guess, that came launch. Yeah, eventually. And they were saying the orca in it, because some orca like jumps out of the water, and they were saying like that was the big selling point for Dreamcast for people to buy the systems, because the orca was coming out and stuff like that. Looked cool. So,
speaking of Achievement Hunter, one of my friends just got a job at Rooster Teeth for
really?
Producer for the animation studio or something.
Ooh.
He's the guy. He's the friend that worked in Hollywood, so he's worked on movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so he's moving back to Austin.
So you're going to be at RTX in the next? I think that's coming up, like in the end of the month or something like that.
I think it's August, right? Early August.
Yeah, because I have a couple friends that are going. I went last year.
Yeah, you going this year?
Nah, because my friends that are going this year are only going on the Sunday one.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother will be in town that weekend, and his birthday is on. I think it's either that Sunday or the day before.
I was thinking about going. I was going to ask you if you were going, but
honestly, the times to go are Friday and Saturday. Yeah, because Friday is when they have all the panels. Like, and we missed out on that when we went last year, and I really wanted to do that. But we did on Saturday. We went and we got to meet. I don't know if you know Neebs Gaming at all, but Rooster Teeth picked them up a while back, like a year. Like, they've been with them for like a couple of years, I think. But we literally, like, one of my friends, like, literally was in their stream, donated to him, all that kind of stuff, and like they knew him by his like screen name, pretty much.
Yeah.
So like we hung out with them for like a good, like, literally like 3 to 4 hours. Like while we were there, and then went to their panel afterwards where they like showed one of their new videos and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool, just that we got to literally be like face to face, like just talking to those guys who do all that stuff, and it got me watching their content more, and it was pretty funny. So but just the line to get into the store, so like for the merch, it was like that was the longest line out of anything. Like it twisted to go in, and like you had, because they only let so many people in. But it was funny because I was like, you know what, I want to get a shirt, so I'm gonna go wait in line while the other guys did all that stuff. And while they went and did all the other stuff and were looking for the other guys that we were there to see, I was in the store and got to be on one of the YouTube videos for the people that we were there seeing because they came into the store as soon as I got in and they started filming for a video. And I was like, oh my gosh, guys, I'm in one of their videos. They're back in the store right now. They were like, no, they aren't. I'm like, yes, go look. They're right back there. They were all freaking out. So it was pretty funny.
But I don't even know where I was going with all that. But speaking of movies, you gonna go see Ant-Man tomorrow?
Which one? Ant-Man? I may give that a week or two. I may go see Incredibles like within the next week and a half maybe, and then I'll go see that one just because I think that one may be a little bit crowded with the next couple days. So yeah, just
go to Hollywood and you just walk in. You don't need movie pass.
Dude, I hate that view. Like you sit in the chair and you're like sitting at an angle, like diagonal angle. Like it's not even like it's not like the chairs are leaned back. It's leaned to the side. So it's like you have.
I put sugar packets in mine. My friend just texted me and he told me Ant-Man tomorrow at like 9 or 10:30 at Hollywood. I was like, Hollywood. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, if y'all end up going, hit me up. I may see how it goes, but it just depends on how long I'm in my class tomorrow because I'll have that class till like 8 o'clock tomorrow. So.
Oh, you have plenty of time.
We'll see.
Time.
We'll
it's
see.
Hollywood. Nobody cares. You just walk in.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. So you said you were playing that Battle Royale game. Steam sale. You don't have Amazon Prime, do you?
Yeah, I do.
You do? You know about Twitch Prime right now? How there's a free game every day with Twitch Prime?
So
you can get Pillars of Eternity free right now if you sign up with your Twitch Prime.
I did that a while back whenever they did the full collection of Devil May Cry because I was like, oh my gosh, they're giving out the full HD collection of Devil May Cry. I'm doing that. I'm getting that right now. But like the only bad thing about it is like you have to do it. You can boot those games, through their app. Like they have their own like gaming app, and it's just like. So I have those downloaded, and I was going to go back and play just because I just remember watching my brother play them and all the time. So I was going to go play them, but I just honestly I totally forget that I have that Twitch app on my computer.
But yeah, dude, you should get on there because they're doing a thing starting. It was started yesterday. All the way up until Prime Day, which is July 16th. Mm-hmm. But they're giving away free games. And there's like 6 games on there free right now. And one of them is Pillars of Eternity. Today's the last day. And you need to get that game. It's awesome.
I've never even heard of that. Is that like an MMO or
No, it's like a old school. It's kind of like Baldur's Gate. It's like D&D, RPG type thing, but it's really good. But it's free. So...
Is it like Diablo kind of too?
Kinda.
Okay.
But it's more like I mean, it's like Diablo, but you have a party.
Okay.
And you can I think pause the combat and stuff, and so you can kind of set up spells and stuff. But
single player? Has it got multiplayer at all?
It's single player.
Okay.
I think so. It might have multiplayer. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it's single player only though. But there's something else on. There's other games on there. There's a bundle of 3 games like Metal Slug and stuff.
Battle Chief Brigade is one.
Yeah, that started today.
Abo 2, AUBO 2. I don't even know what that is. Oh no, Cube 2. It's
way off.
The lettering is very weird on that. Oh, the one you're talking about here is Sprites, Metal Slug 3, and The Last Blade, the SNK bundle or whatever.
Yeah. It's worth it for Metal Slug. But...
Okay.
But definitely get Pillars for sure.
Oh yeah, I got Super Hot too whenever that was hot. There.
Super
hot. I just want to play that in VR if I ever get VR because I feel like that's pretty cool. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm almost done with Doom. I'm on the second to last level finally.
Is it the original Doom?
No, I beat Doom
3.
No, Doom 2016, the one that came out recently.
I don't know if I have seen that one.
It's so awesome, but oh man, the original Doom I've beaten. I couldn't even tell you how many times I've beaten that game.
I'm a Doom 3 guy. That's the only one I've played, and I was very scared when I played it because I tried to play it with the lights off and. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they try to make Doom 3 really creepy.
Yeah.
Doom 3 is good. It's a little too.
Have you ever played Doom Online with those? Like, I tried playing it one time, and the servers were awful.
Me and my friend, we on the original Xbox, you could play Doom 3 and Resurrection of Hell or whatever, that expansion. You could play at LAN, and so we hooked up TVs and we played co-op.
Okay.
The whole thing. It was pretty cool. That's all we did.
I think I played it when it was on 360, so it was like the BFG edition or whatever. Edition. So I think that's probably why the online servers were kind of garbage, because it was just like, hey, we're making this. So
it really wasn't designed for it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Doom 3 is good. The only problem I didn't like with Doom 3, I mean, it was basically a remake of 1, but it was, I don't know, they made it more survival horror-ish instead of really action-heavy, I guess, but...
Yeah.
It's good. The new Doom 2016, it has that survival horror, like you can get kind of scared going in these dark hallways and what's going to pop out at you, but it's very action-packed and...
How do you think the new Resident Evil is going to be? Do you think it's going to be
good. Oh my god,
like jump scares like the new one? Okay.
Everybody's saying it's scary. Scary.
But do they already have like a demo or something out for it, or an alpha or something?
E3.
Oh yeah, okay.
2, yeah. So I'm hoping they release a demo pretty soon, but the public.
I'm assuming that'll be out like next year sometime.
It comes out January 25th.
Okay.
Soon. Can't wait.
Unless it gets pushed back.
No, it won't. It's ready. Don't say those blasphemous words.
It needs to get pushed back so Kingdom Hearts can get pushed forward.
Kingdom Hearts isn't ever coming out. If anything, Kingdom Hearts might come out in 2020. Even though they set a release date. We'll see. What else? Have I seen any movies? I don't think so. The last movie I saw was Jurassic World.
Which that was alright.
Did you ever finish playing that Jurassic Park game?
So I'm on the last island. I unlocked the last island, and I was waiting to I was kind of in a bad point of my life, so right. I never really came back to it after that.
All you dinosaurs are gonna die.
Yeah. So I mean, I thought about booting it up the other day, but I was just like, I don't know.
I almost bought it the other day, and I was like, no, I don't need to buy this because I'll play it. I want to play it, but as soon as I start playing it, something good will actually come out, and I'll never play this again.
Yeah, and that's the thing with it too, is like the first few islands are really fun, and then like you get to like the last like one or two, and you're just kind of like, all right, I'm just kind of doing the same thing over and over. Like you're just trying to unlock like the more cool dinosaurs after that, which it just takes a grind fest after that to unlock those, because it's like, okay, because the way to unlock them is like you have to unlock the other island, and then you have to have enough money to put down one of like the research stations or expedition stations or something like that. So it's like you have to grind to unlock the island, and then you have to grind on the new island to get those things put down. And then once you get those put down, you can go to one of your other islands and use the cash to get the cool stuff after that, like to kind of grind to get that other stuff. But it's just like, well, I want to work on the new island while I'm doing that. But I don't know. It just turns into a grind fest, and not as much as enjoyable one as I thought.
I was watching some people play it on like Twitch and stuff, Mixer, and then you have to do like these challenges where you have to get on the Jeep and get off and like take pictures when they're doing certain things. And... You can
decline those. So I declined a lot of stuff like that. Like one challenge is like, oh, we'll help out one of the dinosaurs when they get into a fight. Like go and when two dinosaurs are fighting, help one of them out, like to kill the other one. And I never knew how to do that. So anytime I got that one, I just declined it. So
well, you have to get in the Jeep and go into like take control. And then, because I saw somebody do that, and then basically what they did, they had to help the T-Rex defeat the Anonymous or whatever. Uh-huh. And so what they did, they just kept shooting the T-Rex with like health darts to keep him alive while he beat the shit out of the Anonymous Rex or whatever. Okay. That's what they did.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I compared that game to a lot to like SimCity and stuff like that.
Yeah, but not.
It's kind of like SimCity too. I think SimCity, like, it's fun, but once you get to a point where you're like, you've got everything maintained how you like it. Like there's not really any new content coming out for it. So like I feel like that's the only time you're going to come back to it is if they come out with a DLC for like new dinosaurs.
Yeah,
or
the SimCities,
stuff like that.
especially if you have a chaos mode on or whatever it is.
Yeah, where you have like
meteors crash and dinosaurs.
There's
like
one
Godzilla comes in.
There's one island on like the last two like islands in Jurassic Park, like they have tornadoes and stuff like that come through and just rip stuff up. So, but yeah, sometimes it's kind of stupid because it's like, okay, well, I had 4.5 stars going into that storm, and now there's one. Yeah, now I have one. It's just ripped everything basically. So. Yeah.
In SimCity, like sometimes buildings catch on fire. You gotta like dispatch the fire department and stuff. My wife loves playing games like that, so that's one reason why I thought about playing Jurassic Park, just so she'd play it a little bit. But I was like, nah.
Those games are real good for it's like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. Let me put in like 30 minutes to an hour on this, just kind of unwind, get my stress down, and then I'll go to bed. Because they're very relaxing. You can do something, just kind of sit back and watch it happen.
But you could sit there a while too before you realize. Yeah, I've been building this park for 3 hours.
I've definitely done that before, where I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed, and then it turns out to be like 4:30 a.m. and it's like, oh my gosh, I've told myself I was gonna go to bed at 12. Yeah.
My wife, she reached level 100 on, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, the mobile game.
I didn't know they had a mobile game.
Yeah, there's a mobile game.
Okay.
She reached level 100 the other day. She got mad because she was watching TV and playing at the same time on her phone. And she wanted to record it because you can there's this little thing on the iPhone where you can push the thing up and record your thing. She wanted to post it in her Animal Crossing Facebook Reddit group or whatever, and she missed it right when she hit level 100, and she was all mad.
She should have just took a quick screenshot.
No, I know. But she wanted the video where you could see the confetti pop and everything. But she's been playing that game for a long time. Like, just when she gets into a game like that, man, that's all she does.
Well, yeah. Whenever I picked up what was
Stardew
that game?
Valley?
Stardew Valley. She was trying to tell me all the different places she went to look up the best crops and to get the relationship levels up and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, damn, she's been looking up a lot of this information.
Yeah, she loves games like that, man. She had a SimCity on her phone, man, where she just spent time and time. And she never spends any money on free-to-play games. Like, she does the hard grind, so.
Yeah.
But
that way you respect it more at the end. Yeah. You're like, all right, look at all of this. None of it's paid for.
Do you remember that? You remember that game? I don't know if you ever played it, called Tiny Tower on iPhone. Did you ever see that? It's a free-to-play game. Basically, it went up the phone and you had these little levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3. It's like a hotel. Anyways,
I don't think I ever played this game.
I was playing it a long time ago, and she took over my account, right? And she was playing it. And she made it all the way to the highest level, and then as soon as she did that, like the next week they updated it, and they increased the levels, and then she quit after that. But she finally
they probably did that for her. They were probably like, oh god, someone's reached the top. We got to put out more content.
She's getting close.
They have like 5 people playing, and they're all towards the bottom, and then she's up there at the top, and they're like, oh my god, we need to add in more levels.
Yeah. There's also another game on iPhone called Desert Golf or something. It's like $2.99, but there's 43,000 holes, and they keep adding holes.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's just never ending, but.
Did you ever play that it was it wasn't necessarily like a race, but it was like a trick race, dirt bike type game that people played on it. I think it originally was on Facebook. Yeah, and then did it on iPhone. My brother used to play it all the time. I feel like that it sounds like it's kind of like that game, that golf game, where it's just because you could challenge Facebook friends and all that kind of stuff. And had the little ghost rider so you could see where they were at and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, I used to play Worms on my phone. You can play against other people.
Yeah, that was the game back in the day,
Worms?
at school, when the teachers were done teaching or whatever, and you were getting on the computer to play. So
yeah, I'd be playing Worms Armageddon. Oh man, at school, me and my friend, we used to play Load Runner all the time. Did you ever play Load Runner? It's cool.
Never heard of it.
It's a puzzle type game, and you can't jump or anything. You only climb, but you can shoot holes into the ground. for like the bad guys to fall in, and then you can run across of them, but you have to like get all the like gold or whatever. It's really cool.
I think what was popular whenever I was in school was the tower defense games. Like that was the
Like
up and coming
worms
of balloons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then they had balloons tower defense and different stuff like that. And
yeah, man, I love Plants vs Zombies. My wife liked that game too.
so the first, it may have been you telling me this, like the first one that they came out was really good, but didn't they fire that guy and then they came out with another one? It was more like pay to win.
Oh,
the
Plants
second
vs
one.
Zombies 2? Yeah, it wasn't as good. It's good.
Was it you telling me that though? Where like they fired the main guy?
Yeah, they fired him and then.
Because he said he didn't want like the game to be
to win.
Yeah. And you're like, you're fired. This is EA, mofo.
There's two sides to every story. I mean, I've heard one side where he got fired, and then the other side says no, he didn't get fired, but it's kind of coincidence.
We gingerly pushed him out. He wasn't fired. We just said we're gonna make the remaining days hell for you until you leave, so we can make more money off this.
But two was okay. But yeah, the free to play stuff. I was like, can I just give you $10 to unlock everything? Because I paid for the first game. It was good. It was worth the $10.
The Plants vs Zombie like multiplayer game that you and me played for a little bit. Yeah. You were like, oh, we need to download this and play it. And then we played it and we're just like, it's all right.
It's okay. Well,
you were ready for that game.
I
was, you thought it was going to be something good. And he was all right, but yeah.
I mean, I don't know. When we were playing it, though, it was kind of glitchy, too. Like, the servers were kind of jacked, but...
I felt like it was still kind of a beta version of it, though, when we were playing it.
I heard it's got a lot better with 2, and supposedly there's a third one in the works, but... I don't know.
I'm surprised they made a second one, to be honest with you.
The second one made a ton of money, I heard.
Oh, God. You said it was called Garden Wars? Is that what is that called?
Garden Warfare?
Yeah,
so, like, Modern Warfare, like Call of Duty.
Garden Warfare. I can go with I did come prepared with a topic since it was more kind of like 4th of July stuff, but I actually kind of had two just in case Joe didn't have one. But I had one was going to be what was your favorite?
He'll need it.
Favorite type of firework growing up? Or the craziest fireworks story that you had with maybe somebody almost getting blown up.
We can talk about both. I have a couple different stories, man. There was one where we had black cats, and I had one. I forgot how old I was, man. I couldn't have been maybe 2nd grade, 3rd grade, maybe before that. Anyways, black cat. It was right here by my face. I was in mid-throw, right here like this, and something happened to the fuse, and it exploded right in my hand, right by my face.
Dude, that's what was bad about those black cats. That happened to me too. I feel like if they got older, like the fuse went quick.
Yeah, something happened and blew up right here, man. I heard ringing literally for 2 days. I didn't know if I hear it was gonna come back, but I remember hitting the ground screaming like, it sucked.
I remember like just black cat. Everybody thought black cats were the bomb until you have that one friend that introduced you to M1000s so that they could explode in water. You're like, why? It's like, why have I been using black cats? These things are the bomb.
And M80s and M1000s, they had actually good fuses.
Yeah, like they had like the little green like actual fuse instead of just like a piece of like terry cloth.
A piece of paper. But yeah, M80s, man. Oh yeah, those things were awesome. Man, I remember my friend, sorry if you're listening, PETA, but my friend, like if you grab a frog and you just put something near their mouth, they'll bite it. And so
I've never messed with frogs too much, so I've never experienced that.
So he would put like black cats or something, like they would grab onto it and they would just hold it in their mouth until it exploded.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What did they just like go? Like, did it shoot them off at all, or it was just like kind of a?
It was pretty bad. Sometimes, man, he was crazy, man. He would put frogs in people's mailboxes with M80s in their mouths, and
oh my God!
Yeah, and I remember throwing M80s into like ponds and stuff, and turtles would come up and like, "Ooh, what's this?"
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, we tried getting little fish with that, like putting the M1000s, like throwing them in it, and trying killing them with that. Never worked.
They don't make that. You can't get the M80s anymore. They like
Were they
banned
illegal,
those.
or?
Yeah, they like banned them because they were too powerful. So now they have the like thousands or whatever that are weaker.
Yeah, I was like, what I think is stupid is like they banned those, but you can still buy those little square things that do like a miniature light show. If you're holding on to one of those, like you can definitely blow your face off.
Well, it's because people were causing damage with them. But dude, here's some crazy stories. One time my brother, I was in maybe first grade. Anyways, we were living at a duplex, and this was after 4th of July or New Year's or something. Anyways, we had old fireworks, right? So he grabs a Roman candle, and like we had this field behind the house, and he holds it up in there, shoots it, doosh, 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 doosh. And the field was dry. So we had 8 fires across the field, across the street. He was running back and forth. I was just sitting there laughing, trying to put out these fires. He finally did it, but man, I was laughing. I was rolling. Man, he got in so much trouble. It was so funny.
Did y'all ever do the Roman candle / I can't remember. Yeah, whatever. There's Roman candles and then the bottle rockets.
Oh, yeah.
I always like getting the bottle rockets near, holding on to them, or like getting them right before they're done and then throwing them up in the air and like making them flip. And then that way they come down. That's probably the most dangerous thing I've ever done.
Oh, dude. Me and we were at some like 4th of July party somewhere. And these dumb girls, man. You know the artillery shells that you're supposed to put in the tubes, right? Some girl, she didn't know what you were supposed to do with them.
Fire in the hole.
No, so she lit an artillery shell without the tube on the ground. And me and my friend, we looked back, we're like, what is that lighting on the ground? And we saw the artillery shell. We're like, oh my God, run! And man, that thing exploded everywhere. It was so crazy.
That's always the worst feeling when you see an idiot light something like that, and you're like, what did they just light? And then like you realize what they've done. And, you realize what they've done, and you're like, okay, we need to evacuate now.
Get out of here. Yeah, it was crazy, man. That thing went everywhere. And then that same day, somebody was like trying to throw bottle rockets at people or something, and he had a bottle rocket pointed, and it fell, and it shot like under his gas tank, and we're like, oh shit. Oh, it was crazy.
Just a movie level explosion of their car.
Nothing happened, thank goodness, but we were like, oh my gosh. And then the artillery thing happened, and we were like, okay, we're done. Get out of here.
I had a bunch of old fireworks at the house today. I was debating on breaking out a couple and firing them off, but they have that ban where we're living at. It even said like, because I follow like the police on the Facebook or whatever, just like updates on traffic and stuff like that. And they were like, everything's banned this year, even sparklers. It's like, how can you ban sparklers? Like, how is that illegal?
They're not going to do that, though.
And then again, it rains today, like pretty much a decent amount. So
they're so short-staffed. They're not coming over. They don't care. You know how many people are popping fireworks right now behind me?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've heard some as well over here. So yeah. My other topic was going to be not everyone's, but I guess it's yours. What's your favorite patriotic or war, like American war type movie that you've had?
I like Black Hawk Down a lot, but I'd probably have to say Saving Private Ryan. I mean, it was kind of a cliche, but
same here.
Actually, one of my favorites is not a movie; it's a series, and that's Band of Brothers.
I've heard some people say that was pretty good. I have not checked it out.
You haven't seen Band of Brothers? Man, so
is that's an old HBO series, isn't it?
It's so good.
I may check that out. It's worth it though. Worth the watch.
And the Pacific. The Pacific is the like Marine campaign in the Pacific, obviously. But that one's good too. Band of Brothers is better, but Pacific is good. If you don't have HBO too. Well.
To go off your Germany comment from earlier, that was my second pick was going to be Inglourious Bastards. That was another one of my favorite. It's
not really.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I had to pick a non like military like straight up like movie where it's just like that.
Did you ever see Fury? Have you seen that movie Fury?
That sounds really familiar.
Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf about the tank.
Yes, I have seen that one. That was pretty good too.
It's pretty good. I have the movie. I haven't watched it yet, but Hacksaw Ridge, I heard that was really good. With the guy Andrew Garfield, he plays like the medic. And he doesn't want to
yeah,
shoot nobody, but I heard
that
it's really
one.
good.
So the guy that plays him, like, I don't want to be rude or anything, but they made him kind of like fruity. Like, he's very fruity in the movie. Like, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying because like the actions that he does where he doesn't want to shoot a gun or anything. He just he talks like this.
Yeah,
to
the
all.
accent he's trying to pull off. That's the only reason why I never saw it in
I think that's
theater. I was
probably
like,
it.
I don't know. But everybody told me, man, the movie is on point. But
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
they say it's pretty crazy too, like really violent. But
Dude, I'm ready for a new Shia LaBeouf movie. I don't want to see the movie that like they're apparently he's doing like a biopic of himself or he's like playing his dad or something like that.
What?
Yeah, there's like a biopic.
Bumblebee movie?
I think he's playing his dad and his grandpa. So and himself maybe. So like that was kind of the big meme on Reddit is like he was playing like himself, his dad, and his grandpa. Like in the whole
Shia LaBeouf is Shia LaBeouf in Shia LaBeouf.
He's basically making a biopic of himself the way that Mike Myers made Austin Powers.
Speaking of Myers, did you see the new Halloween commercial or trailer? The new Halloween movie?
I saw the poster for it, but I have not seen the trailer for it.
Looks good. I'm interested.
Those movies have always been like they haven't been terrible. Like if you go to one of those movies, you know, okay,
they're old school slasher movies, yeah.
Yeah, it's at least going to be a decent film. It's not going to be a pile of garbage for the most part.
I don't know about decent. I mean, you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
I mean, I like those old school movies.
Slashing.
I like Freddy and Jason and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was the newest Chainsaw Massacre that I thought was pretty good. I can't remember. I don't know if it was called Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
You know what kind of horror movie I like? I think it's pretty underrated, which I know a lot of people like it, but have you ever seen
Shutter Island?
No, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, Daniel, why have you not seen Shutter Island? That's a Joe move. That's a Joe move still. You got to see that.
But The Descent. Have you ever seen The Descent?
Yeah, I saw that a while back.
Yeah, that movie took a turn. Like I watched it because I used to get free rentals where I worked, and
yeah,
I watched it. I was like, "What is this with these girls? They're in a cave. Okay, whatever, cool." And then these like creatures start out. I was like, "Ooh, what is this?" It's like a zombie movie, but it's real bloody. And I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, that movie definitely got the more intense the more it went along. Yeah. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, maybe I liked it more because I didn't really have any expectations. I just went into it blind. I was like, I'll check it out. But
anyway. I've been trying to do that with all the movies I go into, though, for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
they're more enjoyable, really, honestly.
No.
Especially if you haven't seen any trailers for, man. I find that, like, when I don't watch trailers for, like, Star Wars and stuff, I just enjoy them more. I like, because I didn't see anything coming, and
I still need to see Solo, but that's the thing about Star Wars is like
you gotta see Solo, dude. I gotta we can talk about it.
Even if you don't watch the trailers, like you get everybody and their mom's opinion on like, oh well, this was good because it had feminist stuff in it, or this sucks because it wasn't a part of they made what's his name a pansexual. Like you get everybody else's opinions and their politics in it, and you just want to be like, I don't want politics in my movie. I don't want crap. Just give me entertainment and let me watch it and make my own decision on it, you know?
Right.
So.
Yeah, try not to listen. But what are you going to do?
I don't know, man.
Anyway.
That's life we live these days.
Life we live. Well, everybody go see Ant-Man this week. Let us know what you think. I'm going to try to see it tomorrow, I think. Maybe. We'll see.
Is it so? You think that'll set up anything for because that was the whole point of him not being in that?
Well, this
Infinity
is before
War, right?
Infinity War. Yeah, this is a little before, but yeah, this is when they introduced the quantum realm. So he's gonna go in the quantum realm. I don't know.
And the next movie after this is supposed to be the Captain Marvel one, right?
Yes, but isn't Infinity War next year? Part 2?
I don't know. I figured they would introduce Captain Marvel before that.
Yeah, they are. There is a Captain Marvel movie before Infinity War, and they might do Captain Marvel in the slot of Black Panther, like this year. You know how it was in February?
I didn't know the new Black Panther was in February.
No, not the new one. I'm just saying this year Black Panther came out in February.
Yeah,
Infinity War.
So I was about to say Wakanda is like dead now. Like messed up Wakanda, so I don't know how there's going to be a Black Panther anymore. He can't really protect Wakanda because everybody died in Wakanda and they dominated the thing around it. So,
well, it could be before what was going on before.
Yeah, why would they do that? I hate movies that do that. It's just like, hey, this happened, but we're just going to keep showing stuff
what
from
else
before.
are they going to do?
Continue the storyline.
They can't until they do Infinity War Part 2. That's the problem.
They can't have side stories. Like, that was my big thing. Like, so whenever I was reading a lot of comic books, so the Blackest Night with Green Lantern, like, they had the Blackest Night, which was like the event comic series. They had the Green Lantern, which was like you followed this guy's path throughout what was going on. They had Batman and Superman and all the other ones that, like, it was what they were doing while all of this was going on. You know, it wasn't like, hey, this is what happened before, we're doing a totally different storyline. It was like, hey, this is the main story, and all these other comics are going to tell what these other guys are doing while they're not in the main comic, basically.
Well, the problem is with Infinity War, everybody was in it, so they weren't really doing anything else. So, I don't know.
True.
We will see. But yeah, I mean, I think Captain Marvel has to come out before that because they have to explain her before.
They could do a S.H.I.E.L.D. movie. Like, they could do a S.H.I.E.L.D. movie, and so that way we could figure out what the heck was going on with that.
They won't. Well, I say that. Who knows?
Just wait till the TV show dies, and they'll do it, probably.
Maybe they'll bring it in with the Black Panther movie. Or not Black Panther, Black Widow.
Yeah, I can see that. Because I don't think Black Widow will get a standalone movie.
Oh, they already
kind of like Hawkeye.
They already said she is.
Is Hawkeye going to get one?
I don't think so. Not yet, anyways. I'm sure. Nah. I'm sure Stan Lee's going to get his own movie as a side character.
Yeah, my they had the Captain America. It's kind of like marathon today. Winter Soldier was on, and my mom was watching it. She was asking if Black Widow died, and I'm like, no, they're not killing anybody off. That just means they're taking money off the table for them to create their own standalone movie later on. Like, these people are dying.
They're not gonna kill their main female lead either.
Yeah, well, I thought that one girl was kind of more of a badass than Black Widow, in my opinion.
Scarlet Witch or whatever.
Yeah. They need to do something more on her because she's more powerful in my opinion.
They're not going to give, who is it, Ashley Olsen or whatever Olsen it is, they're not going to give her own
Mary
movie.
Kate.
Whatever she is. They're not going to give her own movie. Get out of here.
I want to see a new Olsen twins movie. That's what I want to see. Mary Kate and Ashley with John Stamos and Bob Saget.
They are the X-Men. Oh, man. Anyways, guys, this has been another episode of TopiCast. Like always, you can, if you like what you hear, thanks for listening and all that. You can subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify now, iHeartRadio, Google Play, all the podcast services around the globe. Just hit that follow button. Leave us a review if you can, so pushes it up to the top. Every little bit helps. And hit us up on Facebook. Like always, I'm your host, Daniel Pressure, alongside Dry the Messiah. And this is TopiCast episode 46, I think. And thanks for listening. We're out. Bye.